Man, these inflation statistics are killing me. It's Ericismybanker here with CMG Home Loans and ericismybanker.com, my weekly update on mortgage rates for the week ending February 16th, 2024. Well, this week the January CPI and PPI statistics came in. Consumer Price Index and Producer Price Index, which is a leading economic indicator of inflation, both coming in hotter than expected. CPI was supposed to be up 0.2%, came in up 0.3%. Doesn't seem like a big deal, but it's enough to make a difference in the markets. The biggest component that was a factor was shelter, or shelter-based housing. Accounts for 45.4% of CPI. Also coming in hot this month were motor vehicle insurance, not surprising, as well as medical care, also higher than expected. PPI, the Producer Price Index, also rose 0.3% in January against estimates of 0.2%. The core number was actually a little bit higher than that, rising 0.5%. The core number strips out the volatile food and energy expenses. Neither of these numbers were technically terrible, but anything higher than forecast has an immediate impact on mortgage rates. A few other factors affected us this week. The NFIB, Small Business Optimism Index, fell to 89.9% from 91.9%, the lowest level in 9 months. Businesses are concerned about the quality of labor and inflation. Housing starts and permits fell almost 15% in January, putting the estimated supply of homes, new homes, around 1.3 million for the year. That's well below what we need because new household formations are running at about 1.7 million new households being formed per year. Also, the National Association of Home Builders Housing Market Index, which measures builder confidence, came in up 4 points to 48 in January. That's good. That's a good sign. Builders are feeling a little better about things. And then also the Chicago Federal Reserve President, Austin Goolsbee, calmed the markets down a little bit. It would have been worse this week by stating that higher inflation for a couple of months is not really going to take the Fed off its overall goal and path to hitting their 2% inflation goal for this year. All said, bonds are higher for the week. We ended up over the 7% mark in first time in quite a while. Here are the national averages. Conventional 30-year fixed rate, 7.14%. That's up 0.16 from a week ago. 15-year fixed rates, 6.55%. That's up 0.22. FHA and VA 30-year fixed rate, 6.65%. That's up 0.39. And 30-year fixed rate jumbo, 7.4%. That's up 0.1 from a week ago. Moving on. Hey, home buyers, who is paying your agent's commission? Recently, the National Association of Realtors, as well as a couple other big national real estate brokerages, were found liable for $1.8 billion in damages for conspiring to keep commissions artificially high. Several other brokerages already had settled out of court, prior to this verdict. The basis of the lawsuit is that the NAR was forcing home sellers to pay an inflated commission, and that was then split between their agent and the buyer's agent. The structure allows the sellers access to the multiple listing service, increasing exposure to their property, but that fact seemed to have been ignored in the lawsuit. For as long as I can remember, a seller's commission has averaged 5 to 6% of the sale price paid by the seller, usually split 50-50 between the seller's agent, the listing agent, and the buyer's agent. Because of this lawsuit, the seller is now under no obligation to pay any commission to the buyer's agent. So most purchase and sale agreements now will reflect this change. As a result, you can expect to have a conversation with your agent about this new structure. And if you're buying a home and the seller refuses to pay your agent's commission, guess what? You're going to be on the hook to pay it. Your agent is not going to work for free. That wouldn't be fair. This is a very important change. It could significantly affect the cash required to close for your real estate transaction. So just be aware of this change, be and expect to have a conversation with your agent so that you walk into a transaction fully aware of what the potential ramifications could be. That's all I've got for this week. You can reach out if I can answer any questions, help with those financial and mortgage related story problems. Just call me 206-915-3742. You can email me eric@ericismybanker.com. Look for me on social media. Just look for Eric is my banker and you'll find me. Have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you next week.